maybe some hope out of this tragedy that this memorial gave us. If you'd like some more explanation, the back page of the brochures here, which I've got some if you'd like some in a minute, or you'll get some as you go through the museum. Those fold out and give you a good description of the outside here. Anyways, this memorial was designed to be a symbolic memorial, so almost everything out here has more than one meaning. And a really good example of that, a good primer for that, are the two gates that stand at either end and frame the minute that the bomb went off, 9:02. That minute is framed between the minute of 9:01, the last minute of innocence for this community, and then 9:03 on this end, the first minute of healing in the wake of the tragedy. So that time is stuck right in between them, kind of that minute frozen in time where it's protected from the hustle and bustle of the city and ravages of time. Now, as one of your colleagues here pointed out, normally right behind me here, where this reflecting pool is, there'd be water. But it's been drained off so that we can do some annual maintenance on the pool before the really busy time hits. But if you just kind of picture the reflecting pool you have in Washington, D.C., that's a lot what this pool looks like. Only instead of reflecting big monuments, what this pool reflects are the images of things changed forever by terrorism. You may see some of the buildings around here, but most often what we see when we look into the pool would be the reflection of someone changed forever by terrorism. Our own reflection, or maybe the reflection of somebody walking across the way. Now, just to the south of the reflecting pool where that field of chairs is that's actually where the building stood in 1995. And there are 168 chairs out there to mark 168 lives that were lost. That's actually kind of my favorite part of this memorial, because in a way those chairs are set up to mirror the void that was created in the building by the blast, mirror the damaged area, so that the memories of those people fill in that empty area, fill in that damage, and make the building whole again symbolically. The chairs themselves are made of bronze and polished with a glass base. Inside that glass base is etched the name of the person that died. At night, the glass bases will all light up and become what we call beacons of hope, cutting through the darkness and reminding us no matter how bad things are, no matter how dark the night is, there are points of light out there. There's good that we should be focusing on. There are actually two sizes of them, taller ones and smaller ones. Well, that's because there were 19 children that died as a result of this blast, so there are 19 smaller chairs out there as well. Just to the east of the field of empty chairs are some jagged concrete and rebar walls that are the only surviving walls from the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building after it was imploded about a month after the attack. In that area, on those surviving walls, we've hung 4 granite panels that contain the names of some 600 people who were either within the building or within a 2-block radius of the building at the time of the attack. The survivors. That's also why that area is now known as the Survivors Chapel. Now, one of the iconic images of the rescue recovery effort that came out of this, you may remember as that tree. Now, that tree in 1995 was sat in the middle of a parking lot. It's now what we call the Survivor Tree, because that tree sat almost directly across the very heavily damaged. Some of the cars that parked there. What do you think happened? The gas tanks got set on fire. They set that tree on fire. That black mark is actually scarring from the fires of that day. And that tree, despite all the damage that was done to it, it did come back. New greenery appeared on its damaged limbs, just like it's doing now. So it became a powerful symbol of resiliency and hope for this community, for our nation. So we protected it. Now it's one of the best taken care of trees in America. All these other trees are what we call the rescuer's orchard, and they're charging up that hill to surround and protect the survivor tree. In these just like the rescue workers did for the people of Oklahoma City when they needed it most. All the trees out in this rescuer's orchard were either fruit or flower-bearing trees, which symbolize the fruits of the rescue workers' labors, the continuation of life that was able to go on through their selfless efforts. Now, a final group of people that helped us out here were children. Now, of course, children did not go into the building and get out survivors. What they did was they sent in letters of hope and encouragement from the rescue workers, letters of healing for themselves. You guys may have noticed, but in front of the museum there's some chalkboards laid out on the ground. Those chalkboards look like children's letters. Why? So that children of all ages can continue to leave those messages of hope and healing for themselves and for the